I'm back. Sorry about that. This is going to be a tough game for the Eagles. Tampa Bay has been playing good. Uh, Tampa Bay. Uh, Tampa Bay is a very surprising team. Like I said, as long as Baker can keep up what he's doing, I'm not saying he can't. We have to realize Baker did have definitely a good season. Had good seasons with Cleveland. Some was underwhelming as well too, so we can't forget about that. But also, excuse me. Also, we have to mention that he can also revert back to bad Baker. So let's just hold our breath. Let's see what happens. Both teams are undefeated, 2-0. This should be a good game. Tampa's defense is playing good. Eagles defense is definitely lights out. Jalen Hurts is definitely a talented quarterback. They definitely have weapons. I like Swift in the backfield for Philly. Philly is definitely a complete team. As a Niners fan, that's really the only team in the NFC that I'm really concerned about, because I believe that's our main competition. I think again this season, barring any significant injuries to both teams, I think both teams will end up back in the NFC Championship. I believe. I really can't foresee anything else happening unless an upset, which that's always possible in the NFL. But yeah, like we're looking at this. Yeah, San Francisco, us, the NFC North, those the Detroit Lions can do some things. Let's not act like Detroit. Detroit definitely is a decent team. They just been they couldn't close out games. Let's see if they can change that around the season. So far they're 2-1. But as I'm looking at the NFC, man, I don't really. It's just us, Philly. We don't know which Cowboys team we're going to get from week to week. It seems like we're going to go through that roller coaster again. I don't know. It's early, but that's what it's seeming like. Tampa, we still have questions. I'm not saying whatever. I'm not hoping for their downfall, but we still have questions. But the NFC South, suspect. New Orleans, we don't even know. Derek Carr just got hurt. We don't know how long he's going to be out for. That's a significant injury to the Saints. Backups is Jameis and what's his name? Taysom Hill. So, but the NFC is I just think it's really a race between two teams. I could be wrong, but I just believe it's us and the Eagles. The Cowboys can make it interesting. Washington's okay, but they're not a threat. I'm talking about threats to really beating San Fran and the Eagles, maybe outside of us beating each other, maybe the Cowboys, but the Cowboys are inconsistent and we gotta wait until see how this soap opera unfolds. AFC has, the Ravens, Cleveland, Miami, Buffalo, Kansas City. I want to say Los Angeles, Chargers, but we can't because they're 1-2 right now, and I still got to see more from them. I'm gonna just be honest. I got to see more from them. So I believe I covered everything in that first video. Sorry guys, I had to chop the video up. I apologize for that. Hopefully that won't happen again. But yeah, that's really more so it for the NFL right now. Yeah, that's more so it for the NFL right now. I don't really have too much to delve into with the NFL. I think that's all I have for the NFL right now. Yeah, big game definitely next week is Miami, Buffalo. Big game, Baltimore, Cleveland. big game for Minnesota if they're trying to salvage any of their season. They're playing Carolina. Okay, so those are the big games, but we have no buys next week. It's Green Bay, Detroit, Atlanta, Jacksonville, Miami, Buffalo. Jacksonville and Atlanta's in London, I believe. The UK. Shout out to the UK. We got Denver, Chicago, Baltimore, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Houston, Minnesota, Carolina, Rams, Colts, Tampa, New Orleans, Washington, Philly, Cincinnati, Tennessee, Las Vegas, Chargers, New England, Dallas, Arizona, San Francisco, Kansas City Jets, and Seattle, New York Giants. I'm gonna say by Wednesday. Don't quote me. It's not a guarantee, but I'm gonna try at least by Wednesday to try to give out who I believe are gonna win these games. Coming up next week. That's next week's schedule. I just read off like that. That's it right now for football, guys. I don't have nothing else on football right now. But I would like to jump into boxing real quick. With Terence Crawford, I want to talk about this real quick. Terence Crawford, and let me preface my comments. I'm not gonna say I'm his number one fan or no shit like that. Nah, it's nothing like that. But I'm just looking at what I'm looking at. We're making all these excuses for Errol Spence. All these excuses. First of all, Errol Spence himself, shout out to Errol Spence, him himself has not made any excuses. So you have a whole bunch of other people making excuses. Oh, he was too drained, and he's too small, and he can't make it, and this, that, and the third, and blah, 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 blah. Yo, do he need to move up? I'm not questioning that. Not disputing that. I'm not saying that's not the case. I'm not saying none of that. But my thing is, if he went in there and beat Terence Crawford, would we be hearing all this noise? I don't believe so. Because we wasn't hearing all this noise when he beat up Uungus. We didn't. And Uungus just came off a career-defining victory against Pacquiao that Errol Spence was supposed to be in but got hurt. And Uungus filled in the slot and went and beat Pacquiao. You come in, dismantle him, gain the third belt of 4 belts in that division. Okay. But my thing is, if you was being weight drained so much and this, that, and third, why you ain't make that fight happen with Terence earlier then? Because I remember Errol Spence saying that he wanted all 4 belts. Okay, you have to fight for all 4 belts, and Terence Crawford held the last one. Maybe you should have went after Crawford first. I don't know. But what I'm going to say is I don't want to hear the weight drain excuse for this loss. Because he got beat up. It's no excuse. Oh, he was skinny, he was weight drained. Yo, okay. But guess what? Terence Crawford beat him fair and square. It wasn't no controversial win. It wasn't it wasn't even left to the judges. He went out there and beat that man up. Doesn't matter the weight. He go up 154, he's still gonna lose. They go up to 160, he's still gonna lose. He's just not better than Terence Crawford. It has nothing to do with the size. It's just about the skill. And I don't understand why so many people cannot understand this. I'm confused. Like, it's not like it was a split decision or a fight you couldn't, like it was hard to score on the scorecards. No, he put the man down in the second round. Like, this fight was never close. Ever. At not one point of this fight was that fight ever close. If you want to count the first round, the fill-out round, okay, fine. Sorry, I want. But you can't. We gotta just stop it. Stop the excuses. Please, just stop the excuses, because it's not fair to Terence Crawford, man. Like, it's just crazy, man. Dude, before the fight happened, I'm hearing dudes, oh, Terence Crawford too small, he's gonna get bodied up, he's gonna go to his body, boom, 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 boom. I wasn't hearing nobody talking about, oh, he might lose because he's weight trained. Nobody was saying that. Now he loses, oh, it's the weight train. He should have been moved up. This, that. Then why? Then how? Then y'all mad, oh, Crawford ducking him, he don't want to fight him, he want to fight him at 147. Well, okay, why? He the one with the fucking cards in his hand now. They can't fight, they can have a rematch. But if they have a rematch, the belt is not going to be for the belt. It's not. Because catchweight, it can't be for the belt, if I'm not mistaken. So if they doing it for the belts, again, they got to do it at 147. For the belts, they have to. Now, if whoever wins again, and then you give up the belts, that's fine. But what the fuck are we talking about here? Excuse my language. And what are we really talking about? Like, I don't have no sympathy, no empathy. You got beat. You was bullying, not literally not trying to say he was weight bullying or anything like that. I'm not saying that. But you've been beating up dudes, breaking them down, going to their body, this, that, and the third. I believe, you came into this fight, the biggest fight in your life, in your career. Hey, you got overwhelmed by the moment. You didn't realize how good Terence Crawford was, and maybe you overlooked Terence Crawford. Maybe you just thought you was gonna go in there, go to his body, break him down. No, he's not that type of fighter. The film should have showed you that. But everybody want to talk about his resume, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 boom, this, that, how you want to slice, dice, saute it. The man is an elite boxer. He done cleaned out 2 divisions already. He has been the underdog in several fights. They've been clearly trying to dethrone him. Oh, he's born, oh, this and that. Everything they thrown his way, he has debunked. Clearly. So, with that being said, stop with the excuses. Let's move on. Let's see the rematch. Hopefully, it'll be more competitive. But for those out there that's like, it's not going to be competitive because of the weight, and it's not even the weight. And it might be more competitive because I think he'll be more cognizant of the type of animal he's about to go into the ring with. I don't know. Because I don't know. I'm not going to say that man took a dive. I ain't going to completely disrespect his integrity. But you just got beat up. And you're going to get beat up most likely again. I ain't going to say worse than the first time, because the only way he could beat you up worse than the first time if he put you out in the first round. Or don't, I believe that last fight he was supposed to, I thought it was going to go 12. I kept saying I didn't think any knockouts would happen. And I was wrong. I didn't believe Terence Crawford was going to knock him out. I never even seen Errol Spence really fully in trouble from a hit, really, in his career. That I think about it when I go back in the mental Rolodex. I could be wrong, but I don't remember him ever being like really in danger or really hurt. Like, yeah, like I've seen boxers land clean and nice punches on him, but I never seen like, oh my God, I'm hurt, or not that I can remember. And his toughest battle was against Sean Porter. That was a very good fight. That was a tough battle. But he beat up Danny Garcia. That wasn't, listen, man. He fought somebody that's different. A different type of caliber person, different type of caliber athlete, different type of competitor. That's all that happened. The better man won, and the better man will win again. We have to just stop this madness. We have to start out like once before the fight start. We gotta remember the things that was said before the fight started and stop making up things after the fight to make reasons for why people lost. Now, if it's real reasons like Teofimo had a plethora of injuries. Now Teofimo's bugging. I would have said no, I'm not fighting. But okay, Teofimo's still winning there. Now my only slight with Teofimo is I feel like Teofimo should have went back and fought Kambosos and redeemed that loss, but he didn't feel like he had to. But in Teofimo's case, lacerated lung and all that wow, like that's wild stuff that he had was enduring in that fight. But also, I'm not going to use that as the only excuse for Teofimo's loss, because Teofimo lost also to me because it felt like he was in there just trying to knock Kambosos out and not trying to fucking set him up with the jab and what he was known for. And that's how he gets the explosive knockouts, by being a smart boxer. Yes, he's elite. Yes, he's athletic. Yes, he can move around, but he also needs to box smart, and that's use the jab to set up them knockouts that we come to know and love about him. But that's Teofimo. We're not talking about Teofimo. We're going back to Terence Crawford. Stop making the excuses. Spence ain't make no excuse, but stop making the excuses for him. I don't know if y'all work for him or y'all leaking stuff or what. I don't know what's going on. But the man, he's not making excuses for himself, so we got to stop making excuses for him. And when I say we, I'm not talking about myself, because I'm not making any excuses for him, but I'm talking about the people out there that are making excuses for him. So let me rephrase that. They. Because they bugging. That he lost. That's it, son. We ain't that's how we gonna slice and dice that. We not, it's just what it is. I believe in every case, boxers had a boxer that can beat them. I know we have undefeated boxers, but also with undefeated boxers, if you always go back and look at all the undefeated boxers, or majority in the modern history, okay, you also see that they had tough fights. Andre Ward, Kovalev won. Floyd Mayweather, his first fight with Castillo, like what are we talking about here? Like, dudes have been tested. Every boxer has that one guy that can give them trouble. Style makes fights. That's a common quote in boxing. Style makes fights. And that's why certain boxers stay away from certain fighters. That's just the way of the world in boxing. Okay, that's just how it goes. But I'm not going to keep digging into that. You know what I'm saying? Also, I'm looking forward to this Benavidez and Andrade fight. I hope this fight lives up to the billing. I know a lot of people were saying, like, this should be pay-per-view. Who are these guys? This, that. These are two highly avoided guys. Two guys that are definitely good boxers, but just can't get the work that they need because guys don't want to get embarrassed. They're low. It's high risk, low reward for boxers fighting them. Andrade will embarrass a lot of top boxers, I believe. This right here, to me, is his chance to show his talents against somebody else that's equally talented, who also wants to show his ability and just show that he's not just some powering dude that just could. No, he wants to show that he's skillful and talented all the way right around the board. And the only way he could do that is start to fight skillful and talented people too. And Andrade is one of the most skillful and talented boxers in boxing. I know people would say his resume, this, that, and third. I understand that, and yes, his resume is definitely littered with bumps. But also, we still have to watch the actual person and what they're doing, how this person called out the Charlos and these guys and of that nature, and said to these guys he wanted to fight, went to press conferences, all that. Been trying to fight. He was trying to fight Triple G, all that. Went up to middleweight to get fights at 160. Was at 154 with the belt. Like, I'm just saying, the guy has went up and tried to get fights. Now he's getting a chance to get a good fight with a good fighter. And I'm happy for both. I think that's going to be a big fight for both. Pay-per-view, I might cop it depending on the price. I need to because I want to see it. I love boxing. Yeah, that's definitely a fight that I want to see. Definitely a fight that I think is going to be electric. This year we have seen some very decent fights this year. Good year for boxing. Let's keep it going. Definitely with that one, should keep it going. Two guys, both undefeated. Yeah, I'm excited to see this fight. I'm definitely excited. I'm definitely excited to see what both guys can do. It's going to be big. So, That's all I got right now for y'all. This is Corey King, the Cozy King, on Cozy Talk. I know so far I only been talking about sports, but it's not only sports. I will have other topics, other things that I would like to delve into on this Cozy Talk. We will delve into other things, so don't just get caught up in just thinking it's only sports. It's not only sports. I will delve into other topics. As of so far now, it's just about sports right now currently, but I'm going to try to make the input of the videos come out faster. Make more videos, consistently. I need to be more consistent. But yeah, so far this is sports, but other topics will come. If you guys have topics that y'all would like to hear me talk about and delve into, leave comments leave comments for me. Make sure you hit the like button if y'all feeling this video, any of my videos. Just check me out. Y'all be good. Y'all have a good day. Y'all be safe. Be cozy, of course. Cozy Talk.